clutch is here, package is here. Wow. Everything has this little bag.
Those are big.
Nice packaging. Comes with the foam.
But
These
these
are-
are, oh shit.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
Alright, here we go. And putting Rev9 Street 2 coilovers. Things are nice. As you can see, the back has never been touched. It's completely sagging. It's literally, there's no strut anymore. It's running on the spring. The spring is done. It's shot. This whole back is shot. And on this one, I had changed these 2 years ago and they broke within 6 months. There's writing on the bump stop. You can't see it, but the bump stop's completely gone. All right, we're gonna do one side at a time. Lift up both sides back here, take off the tires, and ready to go. Also, I'm gonna change the sway bar end links in the front and the rear. All right, we got the back wheel off. We gotta take off this bolt, and I believe 2 bolts on top. And then we gotta put some pressure under this thing right here. Undo that bolt, and then let it down slowly. All right, we got the rear spring out, rear shut and spring. This is used as an alignment piece. So there's a bolt back there that the alignment specialist would turn to bring your wheel in or out, depending on how your alignment is. This bolt, you just tighten it back up. I don't know the torque specs, just tighten it up snug. You know, now I have to find the height of the back. Let's see how we're gonna do this. All right, so for the front, you have these 3 bolts on top on both sides. You have these 2 bolts right here, and obviously the sway bar end link right here. We're gonna do the sway bar end link first, take that off, and then we're gonna take off these 2 bolts. And after this is hanging, I'm gonna take off the top 3 bolts. All right, we got the front end. Everything's tightened up in the top, tightened up in the bottom. The new end link is in. I have this spaced out from here to here at 5 1/4 inches. So 5 1/4 inches from the top of this one to the bottom of this one. And that's what I'm gonna use for all 4. All right, so something went wrong. This is at 5 1/4 inches. And this is at 5 1/4 inches. Jesus. Yeah. I gotta lower the front about 1 inch and raise the back about 2 inches. I'll be back. All right, so I am lowering this one by 2 inches, and I raised that one by 1 inch. So now I can fit 2 fingers in the back, and it looks a lot better. And this one, we'll see. The sun is going down. I'm still working on it, but this side is done. I'm gonna have to take the wheel off and raise it more so I can match up with the front. This side is done. I'm happy the way it came out. I can fit 3 fingers in there. For this one, I did 3.5 inches from the top of the bottom nut to the bottom of the top nut. 3.5 inches on both sides. So let's go to the other side. Yep, 3.5 inches from the top of the bottom nut to the bottom of the top nut. And I measured from, you know, about the center here to the top. It was 6 1/8 from here, from the edge to the edge of this. And it's the same on the other side. So that's how I know I got it the same. And then that side right there, that's the last one I gotta do. Take the spring out, take the strut out, and I gotta figure out a situation. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get this nut off. Or I hope that AutoZone has this size nut, because the back strut, the kit, you know, the suspension kit does not come with this nut or the bolts. I'm supposed to just reuse what's on the car, but Nissan welded this on. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so far everything's been pretty simple. I thought the spring was gonna give me a hard time, but it didn't. I just used a hydraulic jack, put it underneath, took the bolt out, let it go, and I kicked it down. And I hit it with a mallet until it went down low enough for the spring to come out. Pulled the spring out, put it back up, put the bolt in. Now the bolt that's holding this spring in, or the cup that the spring was in, does not have a nut. I used that nut to put this thing on there for the bottom. I'll show you on the other side. So here we go. Took this thing up, compressed the spring, took this bolt out, decompressed it, put my foot on it, took the spring out, put this back up, put this bolt back. But the nut that came with this bolt fits right here for this one, like this. It's tight in here. Put my finger above. Yeah, like that. Yep. And now I'm still twisting it. I'm grabbing it from here, giving it the whole twisty-roo. And when this part right here gets to 7 inches, I'm gonna stop, put the wheel back on, check the height, and then it's getting late, so after this at 7 and I put everything and the height looks okay, or I gotta make any changes, I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So this is where I finally ended up leaving it. There's a hole right here. I have it halfway up the hole. You know, I saw a video from Rev9. It said you don't want to give too little bit. I think he said you should be covering the hole, but I think he said you can go right above the hole, just don't go any more than like that. Something like that. There was nothing like really specific, but whatever this right height is, I'm gonna have to try to match it, because this is as high as I can go on this one. I was trying to go for like a factory look, but as long as all the wheels look even, I can make the front a little bit lower, so to match whatever this side is. And yeah, also we're gonna have to go to AutoZone and find a nut to secure this, so this bolt won't pop out. I thought this was gonna be a nightmare. It did take me a long time, but that was mostly because I work slow and, you know, gotta drink water, juice, stay hydrated. And I'm always looking for my tools. Always losing a tool. Yeah. Alright, so this is gonna be the final ride height of the car. I got fat fingers, but they fit really, really tight. Like, it's super tight. I mean, 2 fingers is loose, 3 fingers is like, you gotta really jam it in. So, go to the front. 3 fingers is no problem. I mean, you know what I mean? It's not that bad, but at the same time, this is what I do. I measure it from the rim, from the top, from the bottom of the rim, right from the top, from the corner right here, boom. I guess you can call it the bead, from the bead of the tire to here, and you can see that's about 6 1/8. And if you come here, about the middle, let's say about the middle of the tire, try to keep it even, put it up here, you can see that's about 5 5/8 respectively. I'm gonna try to make the whole entire car 5 5/8 from the rim to the quarter panel. Should be doable because these tires over here, you know, these are definitely not as high as they can go. These can't go any higher, but these can definitely go lower. Yeah, it's late. It's gonna rain in about an hour. I'm gonna try to find parking. And oh yeah, before I forget, right here they have the. What I did was I put it all the way to hard. So basically, you hear it, turn it, you hear the clicks all the way to hard, right? And then you go 14 steps back. That's what I do, 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That way, it's a little bit firmer. Over here, a little bit hard. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.